What is going on, everyone? It's been a while since we did an in-depth video, and I am glad to do it for the upcoming DLC for Destiny, House of Wolves. Another add-on that we are getting with it is called the Prison of Elders, and that is what this video will be showcasing. After you complete the game and strikes, you will be able to access the Reef, where the House of Wolves as well as the prison is. It ranges in difficulties from level 28 to level 35, with new gear in the higher level. If you pick levels 28, you will be able to use matchmaking for your fire team of 3, but on the higher levels you will have to bring a squad in. Unlike the depth that raids bring as well as the 6-man raid squad, this is smaller and has a horde or survival type setting. There are 5 stages in each, and each of the 5 stages have 3 waves, ranging from just attacking random spawning enemies that you have encountered throughout the game, up to and including mission-specific objectives, as well as a few boss battles thrown in as well. The first wave isn't too difficult to get through and can be passed quickly if your team is working in sync. Using element weapons will be a huge advantage in this DLC, and keeping multiple weapons on your character will be a must, and everything you do will have to be thought out due to new modifiers that will be added to each room that you enter. These modifiers can change with each room, difficulty and weekly, and even more can be added as time goes on. Like mentioned earlier, the first wave is pretty easy and can be passed with ease, but once you get past the first wave, the real challenge begins. The hordes of enemies continue to come, and objectives start to appear on the map. One is disarming trip mines, and these may seem to be easy, but they stack as you play. So if you don't disarm or destroy it quickly, more will appear and threaten your team's success. If you fail to defuse the mines in time, you will wipe or will have to start over. The process of defusing isn't too difficult. You simply have to stand in a specific spot, like taking over a base in Control in the Crucible. And if you have to destroy the mines, that too is not too difficult, but again, the waves of enemies can prove to be difficult. There is another objective that appears that is familiar in the main game. Many times during the events, there will be an enemy that pops up as a target that has to be killed while he's making his way through checkpoints. This can sometimes appear as a wave, and without the right weapons handy, it could cause for a wipe. Also, in the 5 stages you will encounter boss fights. Balish Trog is one boss who will push your teamwork to the max. Whenever you drop his shield, after about 10 seconds it will come back online, but this time with a different element. Also, there is Aurochs, the Flame Prince. Now this guy is deadly. After an assault on him, he will gather all of his rage and all of the damage that you did with him on him, and then he will release it into the ground. If you or your team are touching the ground, you will receive massive damage. As far as the strategy for the game mode, I personally think that the Titan's Defender class will reign supreme. The Warlock Sunsinger and Self-Res will also be a huge advantage in this. The Hunter class probably being at the biggest disadvantage in my opinion. The Blade Dancer class will be the best, but with it running out quickly, it could put the Hunter team and the team at a disadvantage. Also, due to the size of the stages, sniper rifles will pretty much be useless, but shotguns will reign supreme. Having element damage shotguns will be a must, so if you have that Invective, make sure you are leveling it up now before the new DLC drops. Also, if you haven't done so already, try out some of the raids to try to get the drops of the primary weapons that do elemental damage. The new survival style of gameplay is pretty cool, but I can see it getting old very fast. The weekly resets and high difficulties will make it a challenge, and it was said by a Bungie developer that this mode is for the Destiny Elite. So I am looking forward to playing this new mode as well as the new missions that are set for the House of Wolves. Don't forget, it all comes out on May 19th.